This is the book of Amos 3, verse 7. It says, surely the Lord Yahweh Shemashah will do nothing, but he reveal his secret unto his servants, the prophets. First and foremost, we call, give our honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, rule well. Shalom to the hopeful like men that scattered abroad, pushing this truth with all sincerity. Shalom to those few sisters that's getting in order inside these last days. Hey, and coming at you with a, quick video, blowing the trumpet again, and pretty much, letting you know where we at within prophecy, right? This major prophecy, right? Revelation 13 and 16, that prophecy, the charagma, right? We're discerning the times. We know that we're getting closer and closer to this major prophecy to pop off, right? So with that being said, the W.E.F says CBDCs must be implanted under your skin if you want to participate in society. We've been, starting with the head elder and apostles, right? Been prophesying about this one prophecy for so long. You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade, right? Unless you have this technology within the skin, right? Within the forehead or in the hand, which we already been prophesying about, right? But the scriptures, back in Amos, it says, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto the servants, the prophets, right? And what's some secrets? These prophecies, Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, World War III, martial law, all of those things, man. He revealed up to the servants, the prophets. And we're clearly seeing who are the true men of Israel today, right? Which is the head apostles of Great Millstone, right? So I'm gonna just read, read it a little quick. It's a lot to it, but I just want to read just the brief part. You may want to go back and read it for yourself if you want to. I posted, the description inside my the link inside my description box, Salakia. But it says, WF says CBDCs must be implanted under your skin if you want to participate in society. It says the W.E.F has declared, right, announced that all citizens must be implanted with a CBDC microchip in the very near future, right? There goes those decrees coming in. There goes a not conform to this system. A system is going to be brought forth, and they're declaring that you have this CBDC hip, right, to participate in society, right? It says the W.E.F has declared that all citizens must be implanted with a CBDC hip in the very near future in order to be able to fully participate in society and do basic things such as purchase food and water. Right, we come to that time where Yahweh Shema Shah about to test everybody's spirit, right? The great hour of temptation is going to be brought upon the whole earth real soon, right? Kind of think about that priest, so I just go grab that, excuse me. Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil. Right, when you foresee, it pretty much you discern the time that we're coming into. You understand the scriptures, right? The Lord has built you up to where you understand what's going on, right? And you foresee the evil, and what you gonna repent, come into Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, build up your armor of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so you can have that hedge, Lord willing, around you when all hell breaking loose, right? When this thing right here is made mandatory. Right, it said you won't be able to purchase food nor water without having this. Right, it said, but the simple pass on and are punished. Right, the simple gonna, not pay attention to Yahweh Shema Shah, know the servants, the prophets, and they're gonna wind up taking this device, man, and get killed the worst way. Right, so from there, I want to go back to the I want to go to the book of Habakkuk 2 and 1. The point is in verse 3. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, right? You got a lot of vision that has been written down. The MOTB, that's the main one. That's the one I'm into right now, speaking on right now. World War III, Jacob's trouble. It says make it plain upon tables, right? Break it down to its rawest form, man. It says that he may run that readeth it, right? Once you start hearing these end time prophecies, right, it should make you want to run to your Yahweh Shema Shah so you can have that hedge around you, right, inside the time of adversity. Also, with the MOTB, you have a real, what's the word? Pretty much, if you were to take this MOTB, you have a effect, which we're gonna grab later on. But just to speak on it, if you was to take the MOTB, you're gonna be tormented the worst way, man. Why? Because you showed Yahweh Shema Shah that you rather bow down to Esau, a fleshly man, than the one that created that fleshly man, right? But on verse 3, it says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Right? How it's going to speak, it's going to be made mandatory. That's how it's going to speak. Right? You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you have this device. Right? It says, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, right? Though it feel as if, see if I just grab the word, tarry just going to procrastinate. Though you, delay, salakia. Right? Right? To linger, to wait. Right? Though it feel as if, this major prophecy is taking forever to come to pass, he said, wait for it. And that's all we can do. Wait. All we got is time. It says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right? The Lord said he's not the author of confusion. Right? So everything goes upon on his time. Right? So that's why he said the vision is yet for an appointed time. Right? Grab that word appointed right quick. Tent of meeting, right? Appointed meeting. It's appointed. When something is appointed, it's for a scheduled time. Prophecy's not going to jump how they want to jump, right? I want to read this back over. You may give me another idea before I jump into Revelation 13. The W.E.F. has declared that all citizens must, and like I said, it's going to be a worldwide event. This is going to be going, all of these governments and leaders amongst the whole world going to consent unto this. This is going to be the new way of moving around. It says citizens must be implanted with the CBDC, central bank digital currency, CHIP, in the very near future in order to be able to fully participate in society and do basic things such as purchase food and water. And we know that's just like how it was with the C-19, right around 2020, right around March, right? That we was telling people that's the trial run. This is the trial run. They're going to come with that same thing again, but it's going to be with draconian laws, a lot more pressure. Right, and this is and look what he's saying now. Like, and this right here, we know this right here gonna be way more harder because why? It's easy to, to say, oh, I got juiced up, with the V. But this right here gonna you're gonna have to actually have proof, with having that technology within your skin. It says, according to Professor Richard Warner, in the very near future, citizens will, right? That's mandatory. Will need to use the latest technology, such as an CBDC chip implant, in order to access their bank accounts. Right? So they're telling you, we're going to cut this money off, and the only way you be able to access your money is if you have this device. Right, so we are seeing how Esau is unplugging people from society, and the only way you be able to follow him is you got to follow by his rules. Right, grab another precept. Second Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? So, and hey, man, we bring these out all the time, but it's beautiful to keep bringing them out, right? We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? Because a device, just more so not just the technology, but also goes into a thought, right? It says an evil purpose. When you get inside the Google definition, you're gonna tell you a scheme, plot, plan. It's just all of the same thing. But it goes to show you we're not ignorant of his devices, right? I mean his the thoughts that he have, because we know that he's not with us, he's against us. Scriptures say never trust thy enemy. But matter of fact, got a quick precept. At the end of the day, he's coming in a war tactic. War is more than just missiles. You can war against people with the food, the air, a lot of things, man. It says, Psalms 55:21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Right? That war, even though he come at you smooth, he has an agenda, right? And he really want the elect to bow down, the elect of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, right? It says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, right? So that's why the scriptures say never trust thy enemy, right? And we have the Native Indians, right, as a reference. They trusted them, they opened up to them, and boom, backfired on them, right? So, what's an article? That's what I want to go to. So I'm going to go straight to Revelation 13. And I'm just, pretty much ended up on that. It was Revelation 13, verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? And we know we come to that time period where Esau, Edom, is going to put all the power into that system. He already telling what the miracles he can do for it, right? You can link your bank card. You can heal the paralyzed, have the people that can't move, they can type without, without actually using their fingers and stuff like that. So he's going to come with a lot of miracles to deceive people. And also, if you don't have it, you'll be X'd out of society. And that's what a lot of folks not ready to give up. They're not ready to give up their so-called riches on this side. So they're going to fall into the trap willingly. And also the ones that don't, right? It says, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that kill can also go into X out of society. You're dead to society. Let me see if it'll pull up on here. And I just did like a regular Google definition for it. Now, let me see. Let me see if I can. Oh, damn. Right. So the second definition for the word killed, in the Google definition, it says to block, to end, put an end to, destroy, put a stop to, right? Prevent. So that's what, reject, throw out, So this goes to show you that, it's another way you can be killed as well. Right? Because if you're not gonna bow down to the image, right? Receive that charagma inside your hand on your forehead, right? They're gonna put an end to your maneuvering. You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade. right? You'll be X'd out of society, man. And that's where we're heading at, man, right? But, hey, the Lord say keep trusting in him, and he gonna provide. You know, that's where that faith got to kick in now. You know, got to go into overdrive, man. Revelation 13, verse 16. And he calls of all, who's that he? Esau, Edom. He calls of all, both small and great, from the richest man to the poorest man. It's a worldwide event, right? Rich and poor, free and bond to receive, right? And when you look up that word receive, it goes into didomi, right? In the Greek, right? Meaning to extend, right? Go down to the definitions again. Go down to D and 3. Well, I can start at 1. It says to reach out, right? I'm going to say this, start from D. To give over, right? To reach out, to extend, right? Present. What you going to be presenting? You're going to present your arm or your forehead, right? That's what you're going to be extending out, right? It said to give over to one's care, right? And trust, commit, right? You're going to commit to this system. To give or commit to someone something to be religiously observed, right? And Jake gonna fall for it anyway because of the fact it's too much pressure for him, you know. But that's just the point, you know. I forgot. I think there was another definition I had in here. Right. 4, to grant or permit one, right? When you permit them, that means you giving them the access, the green light. You know, yes, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I don't mind, you know, getting this device, you know. So that's what the word receive means in the Greek. It says, and he calls up all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? I'm going to grab that word mark again, too. Got to put that on wax, man. Right? What you should know by now is the charagma, right? A stamp, an imprinted mark. If you imprint something, it's going beneath, you know, right? Go down to B, right? It says the mark branded upon horses, right? That's like, even another example, you know, you have cows. You know, you would clamp the ears, and pretty much that clamp, you know, would the tag would pretty much go inside of the ears of the cow, you know, and lets you know that this is such and such owner, this is such cow, you know. That shows you that shows you that cow is enslaved to that person. You know what I'm saying? Go down to the Strong's definition. It says as a badge of servitude. Matter of fact, go up some. It says a scratch or etching. Or if you keep scratching, especially you got nails, you're gonna dig beneath. You know. It says as a badge of servitude. I had that word servitude looked up already. Okay, cause it's the kicker to it right here. Con, right there. It's the first word you see. Slavery. Right? Getting this charagma, you're renewing your slave papers. That's all you're doing. Right? So that's what that word charagma goes into, man. Right? And that's just the surface of it. I ain't even, get down more into it just yet. Right? But it says slavery, enslavement. Right? Bondage. Right? So getting this charagma is pretty much letting you know Esau, Edom. You're letting Esau, Edom know that you are completely over him. Right? He gonna know all your whereabouts. You won't be able to buy the trade unless he say so. You know what I'm saying? Because it can go to a point where he can really turn your device off if you want to, man. Right? So, I want to go inside the root word for charagma. right? Because the charagma is the device itself, right? And the root word for charagma is the word charax. You know, it says to sharpen to a point. In the root word, it says to sharpen to a point from charasso, right? And what they're going to use to be sharpened to a point, that syringe. You know, that syringe is what they're going to use to put the charagma inside of. And pretty much like plenty of videos have been shown how they're going to pinch the skin and they'll, shoot a sharp point, through your skin. That's how sharp it's going to be. And some people say they feel like a pinch, But it says a pale or stake, a palisade. When you look at a palisade, it's a sharp point. That's like you got like a little palisade fence, all around your backyard. All the pieces are going to be sharp at the tip. It's just letting you know that it just right here going to be digging into digging into something if you wanted to. Or even if you to flip the palisade upside down, it can dig into the earth. It digs into the earth. So they're just, symbolic to how the instrument that they're going to use would, go inside your skin. So it says pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. So like I said, the strong definition says to sharpen to a point. All right. So, and last but not least, when you look at the root word for charax, it goes into the word grapho, right? And pretty much this word grapho can go into, it says to write, right, with reference to the form of the letters, right? It's pretty much going into the, like how he said in the article, you're going to have the CBDC, you're going to have your bank accounts on here. So that's all that's going into your medical cards, ID, Social Security, you know what I'm saying? Badge to your job, You're going to have all of that stuff written onto these RFIDs, right? So, that's just the point on that. So back to Revelation 13:17, end it on out. It says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Slocking. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Right, and this right correlates back up to the article. You will not be able to buy, sell, or trade unless you have this device. Right? It says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603.6. And we know it goes to the 5-side stigma. It's also letting you know it is a system, Now let's see if it comes up. It's the right one. Yeah, 5-side stigma. Chi-side stigma. Chi-side stigma. Kind of let you know it's 603.6, right? Letting you know it's going to the UPC code, Universal Product Code, right? So from there, we'll go to the book of Revelation 14 and close it on out. Because it's the consequence if you was to take this mark. Right. Now we understand what it is. It says Revelation 14, verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right, either or, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So it goes back to full circle when I was in the book of Habakkuk 2, right? And in that verse 2, it says, paraphrasing, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. Right. So once you start hearing the judgment, if you bow down and take that mark, right, and you hear that how the Lord gonna handle you, right, It'll make you want to tighten up, make you consider, you know. Right, the Lord told us, hey, don't fear the man that can kill just the flesh. Worry about fear the man that can kill the flesh and body, flesh and soul, right? It said the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemel, which is poured out without mixture into his cup of his indignation. And we know that he's come with pure wrath, man, over 2,000 years, right? It ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's a straight shot, no chaser. Right, it says, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, right? So just know, right, you have a missile with your name on it, right, if you bow down to the system. So, just the point, like I say, Lord, when it's edifying, we just see, we know where we at within prophecy, right? These elites, they're getting us closer to, what we've been ready for, man. The hour of temptation. Well, Yahweh Shemel shot first and foremost, because he's the one that's orchestrating the whole thing. Right, but, Lord, when it's edifying to the point, we give our honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Kakadash. Till next time I say Shalom.